Hello everyone, welcome to a new live stream for SPX and NASDAQ price prediction, and based on Elliott wave analysis. Of course, we're gonna see what's gonna happen today and what happened yesterday after the FOMC rate decision. We're gonna see, of course, what to expect next. So basically, we are looking at our recovery scenario, which is a leading diagonal here. We are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. We are currently in this wave 5. Finally, we see a clearer decision for this area, which is the top anyway. As mentioned, we're not really interested, as we know that we still might see one more high as expected, and preferably, of course, to see one more high to finish, of course, a very nice clean leading diagonal. What we are looking at is a potentially zigzag for a wave 1, correction for a wave 2, zigzag for a wave 3, correction for a wave 4, finally zigzag for a wave 5, finishing this diagonal, of course, nicely as expected. And then we're looking, of course, for a wave 2 to the downside. And that because, of course, we might see a correction after a 1-2. Ojo Electric, welcome bro to the live stream. You might have wrote a word which is forbidden on the channel, just used by scammers. Try to rephrase and then we get your message again. Alright, so basically this is what I'm looking for, is a wave 2 in all case scenarios. It's gonna be a testing week. Yeah, I mean this week and the next one is a testing for the strength and the validity of this recovery. Yeah, if we get a wave 2 and then wave 3, 4, and a 5 to the upside. So this wave 2 is gonna be, of course, like creating a little bit of panic, a little bit of fears, a little bit of FOMO. So yeah, try to not really so much get affected psychologically, because of course we know we are very close, of course, for the recession. Of course the risk is still there. I'm not saying that just calm down and that we might, of course, move toward the upside. Definitely, I'm not saying 100% sure, but the risk is still there. Highest possibility right now is becoming higher for the bullish because you finished a 5 waves toward the upside. Elliott Wave community, welcome to the live stream. Hi sir, gold update as at key level. Yes, sure, with pleasure. We're gonna see the gold definitely after NASDAQ, SPX, gold, Nvidia, and Tesla. Shreyas. Hi KG, can you check for Nvidia and Amazon stock? With pleasure, bro. Yes, sure, we're gonna do this. Let's put, by the way, then the special request here. Just 1 second. So basically, we have started right now with NASDAQ, right? So NASDAQ, We have next SPX, and then gold, and then Nvidia, and then Tesla, and what did we said? Nvidia, Amazon, yeah, Amazon. All right. Yeah, so those are until now. All right. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking for as a next week. I mean, starting from this top here. So we're gonna see, guys. SPX, the SPX, we are looking, of course. Well, yeah, as usual, the SPX is still lagging, one step behind NASDAQ. Again, for this week. Interesting, and that we are looking a little bit to an expanding triangle, which is very, very rare case scenario that you might see this, but it is expanding the triangle. Basically, yeah, I mean the low is here right now with a bigger expanding diagonal, and I would like to see 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. I would like to see this leg as well toward the upside. Now we saw, of course, SPX lagging since the last week behind Nasdaq, one step behind. So basically, I believe that it's still, of course, following Nasdaq. Yeah, still looking for this leg toward the upside soon or later, whatever is gonna happen. And by the way, again, I'm not really interested, even if we get one higher leg. I'm interested in, of course, to watch what's gonna happen next, because this is the biggest. This is a big sandwich. This is the next big sandwich, right? Not this one. If you compare this one to this one, well, that is a huge difference, right? So basically, that's why it is, of course, always risky to think about it. All right, so basically SPX is still on the path, and I believe one more high can be seen. Let's check the indicators as well for SPX and NASDAQ right now. Let's move to the 1 hour chart for the MACD. All right. On the SPX for the MACD, well, as you can see, it has been played, but yeah, it's gaining strength again. This divergence as bearish, as you can see with the MACD line. We have a bearish divergence. We got the bearish cross. It has been played. The momentum is slowing down. The MACD line and the signal line is getting a bullish cross sooner, and that because, of course, of this consolidation. And then we might move toward the upside, of course, sooner or later. So very nice indication for the MACD here. Yeah, basically for the SPX in confluence with the next wave. And for the NASDAQ, let's see the MACD again. Okay. On the 1 hour chart. Yeah, we have to be careful. We might even have finished, okay? So a pressure down has started to lay out here. So here we go. So if you get one more high, okay, so we start to create a divergence for the bearish, okay? The higher you go, the divergence becomes stronger here, okay? And that means we're very close anyway. The blue box is there. And don't forget, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished. So basically, the divergence of the bearish is there, and we might start to move toward the downside sooner or later. One more leg, it will make it even stronger. All right, so this is for SPX and NASDAQ. I believe that NASDAQ is done, is finished with the wave 1 here. One more leg, it doesn't matter. Inside this blue box, it doesn't matter. We have finished a nice zigzag. We took almost the high. Preferably to take it decisively would be nicer. The SPX still have, of course, to follow with this leg toward the upside. It has formed already a 1 2. We would like to see continuation 3 4 and a 5. That is the conclusion. All right, let's move for the gold. For the gold XAU USD, here we go. All right, so for the gold, we are at 18 minute. Here we go. So 18 minute. Okay, so let's say here also at 10 minutes for the SPX. All right, so for the gold, what we have today, oh yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is all right. Yeah, we have a wave 2 now. Basically wave 2 or wave 4, of course, but this you have to be careful from it. It might be a continuation toward the downside. Okay, so we have two scenarios again. You might have here an A, B, and a C for a finished wave A, right? Now you have a 1 2 and then 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. All right, no, it's 100% true. I was like, is it a short wave 3? Really? Yes, it is. A very short wave 3, and we have a long wave 5. Yes, extended wave 5. So 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Internally, you can see 1 2 3 4 and a 5 for wave 3, 4, and 1 2 3 4 5. Now be careful that this might also be an A, B, and a C extended wave. Yeah, so this is a scenario where you have to be, yeah, a little bit like, it's a warning. It's just a risk management. All right. What if this is an A, B, and a C, and that means, of course, three waves towards the upside? Because I see intensity here, and I see a formation of a wave 3 starting to unfold. This is not matching with this, and this is your wave 1, 2, and then 1, 2 again. Yeah, so a stronger, intensive, aggressive wave 1, 2 again, which it might be related to a wave 3. All right, so be careful. We might still, of course, come back to be bearish again, because we are already in, as I mentioned, highest potential scenario here that we have topped. Yeah, whatever you hear right now as influence in the market and in my comments as well on the channel, which of course I had a little bit of stress with someone. He wants me to say gold is going parabolic, you know, and it will never stop. Like, I'm a Elliott wave analyst, bro. It's there is no something called parabolic in Elliott wave. So, however, here we go. So basically, we have to be careful. I'm not saying that we're moving down, but this is an aggressive move toward the downside. Okay. In case you want to move for higher, okay, you are in 1 2 3. Therefore, potentially, yeah, you're looking at 1 2 3 4 and a 5. I'm just checking again. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it is an ABC. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to focus a little bit on this one. This is a 1 2 and then 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Yeah, just one impulse toward the upside, because this is okay. Yeah, done. This is just one impulse toward the upside, and that means this is your wave, potentially wave 3. Sorry, this is what was wrong in it. I mean, not wrong. This was micro. I don't care about the micro anymore. This is a wave 3 now. Wave 5. Okay, this is a bullish scenario, right? So basically 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Okay. This might be your wave 4 in bullish, meaning you would like to see higher prices moving toward the upside, taking the all-time high, taking the all-time high again. Otherwise, you start to hit, of course, lower fib levels. You start to with the 0.38 as expected, and you might, of course, move again toward the upside. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because 1 2 3, I'm still trying to focus on this one, what the possibilities that they can be here. Now this is an impulse, and 1 2 3, then 4 and a 5. There is no other way. I'm trying to find another way if there is any other possibility. Zigzag? No way. So 1 2 3, or ABC, one of them. There is no other possibility. 4 and a 5 for bullish. 1 2 3 4 and a 5 for bearish. Targets for the bearish is 1 to 1 fib level at least, right? Taken from the A, this one A right now, the main A, to the B, right? Zigzag formation of this blue box. Here we go. This is your target. Okay. If you are in a wave 2, you might still have A, B, and a C. Now, the wave C can be extended. You still can experiment these areas, okay, until this one. Until here, you still can be bullish, guys, all right? Until the price dive to this far, you still can be bullish, okay? It can, well, the possibilities gets lower, yeah? Inside the green box, well, let's just keep it here. If you reach lower than 0.618, by the way, invalidation, very simple. Let's make it simple. Invalidation of bullish. Here we go. How much simpler is that, right? If you take this price, therefore, you have to forget about the bullish. Why? Because a wave 4 is not allowed to interfere with the zone 1, okay? Basically, on the 15-minute chart, if we take a look at closer on this thing here, what's going on, look where the trick is here and why I'm saying be careful. Very intense impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very intense, aggressive one. After having, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, that is a wave 1, definitely 1, 2. If you finished ABC, because this is a finished impulse, you would like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the upside, hitting back very fast. And the reaction was sideways, right? That means corrective, that means continuation toward the downside. So we have to be careful, all right? Possibilities are, of course, going or shifting here in the lower or in the micros for the bearish. And that means, of course, A, B, and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 hitting 1 to 1 fib level. And then, yeah, we take it from there. Again, new analysis, new estimation. Unless you see move toward the downside. You break the 1 to 1 fib level, transforming this to a wave 3 hitting a 1.618 as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. Why? Because my main target for the gold is the 2,500, right? On the daily. Let's move to the, actually it's on the weekly. Here we go. Because this is my target, all right? 2,586. And that because you probably, the minimum scenario, the minimum bearish scenario right now, after you have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you topped for a wave 3, for example, which is a minimum scenario here as an impulse. 1, 2, 3, you're looking for a wave 4. Minimum target for a wave 4 is 2,586. And that is my minimum target. And then moving toward the upside for a wave 5. All right, so this was for the gold. Yeah, be careful, all right? I mean, we have topped. I already mentioned on this channel, we have topped, and we might hit the 2,500 to come back to take the high. But the market need to breathe, yeah? So definitely this is the situation. So Nvidia, let's move for Nvidia at 27 minutes. All right, so Nvidia. First, let me welcome Biliak from Italy with love. Keep printing. Welcome, Italiano. Welcome, bro. Nice to see you here. Can you explain the wave 4 internal wave, sir? Okay, on the gold, wave 4 internal waves. I think I already did. You mean micros? Yes, I think I already did. MT, afternoon, everyone. And yeah, welcome to the live stream as well. Afternoon. All right, so let's move Illusion. Welcome as well, bro. Nice to see you. Okay, guys, so let's move with Nvidia. Wow. Finally, Nvidia moves up after a very long sideways. Unfortunately, I went out. Honestly, I went out here. But it was a nice trade. But yeah, what can I do? Well, I was expecting this, but I was, yeah, as I said, in NASDAQ SPX, I'm not really interested with a small leg anymore. It was risky a little bit, especially on NASDAQ and SPX lately. But yeah, it's fine. All right, so basically we are in a leading diagonal as well. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside. Okay, so basically in this move we are looking as well to a recovery for Nvidia after a very complex long structure. Yeah, finished already, and we're looking right now for a wave 3 formation in a zigzag. Right, so we see here an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave A, B, C for a wave B, 1, 2, 3, 4, so very big sideways, and that's why I was scared as well, because the timing of a wave 4 was very long based on the wave 2 here, which is one candle. And yeah, incredible, but yeah, it's fine. At the end, the market has to continue, right? So A, B, and C finished as another impulse. Finishing wave 3 potentially inside this blue box still can have a potential to move for higher, guys. Why? Because on the 15-minute chart, you can see that you have already started. Let me check what's going on the 15-minute chart. A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right. So because I was looking, what the hell? It's not an impulse here. It's 3 waves. Unless it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A, B, and a C, which I don't like it. Okay, I see much more as a triangle here, running triangle actually. Here we go. A, B, and a C, D, and a E. Very nice triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here we go. Yeah, so and potentially wave 4 is given. You see the wick. This is a wave 4. Here we go. You see it. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And that might, of course, hit the blue box potentially. 119 was a nice number. And then moving toward the downside, of course, for a wave 4. Yeah. In this wave 4, you would like to see, of course, a 3 waves corrective, definitely. Yeah. So A, B, and a C. And then moving toward the upside targets. Let's talk targets as well. I'm going to take it directly from the 0.786 because the potential is high to hit it. No financial advice. Careful. All right, so basically we might see a very short wave 4. Yeah, and this is my next entry point. We're gonna see, of course, how it's gonna unfold. So potentially 3 waves down, and then moving for one more wave 5 toward the upside. Yeah, so we're gonna watch and see Nvidia. Let's watch some MACD insights here. And okay, I mean the bearish was played, you see, and this is one of the signals that it made me go out. Very strong divergence for bearish, but actually it was bearish, but not that really strong one. Yeah, so, but it was signaling some correction, and I was afraid of a very deep one, and moving with a wave 4 and then so on. So, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Basically, right now we see. Yeah, we see this a new signal. Let me check with Confluence. Well, no bearish signal, honestly, yet. Okay, the bearish is gone. Yeah, the bearish is gone. So potentially, well, structurally, I'm gonna have to watch what's gonna happen. Blue box, and I'm gonna watch what's gonna happen. MACD is not really clear now. Of course, the trend here is down, but I see, of course, a bullish cross. Yeah. What is the EMA? Yeah, we're over the EMA 200, which is a very, very good signal. I hope that I don't miss a huge trend here, which it might be a 1-2-1-2 again. that would be a well, it cannot be. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, in case this is a case scenario of a double 1, 2 here, if you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 1, you need a wave 2, which is the same target. Haha. Okay, and then moving toward the upside. All right, so we're gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna miss it. All right, so basically, yeah, we see some strengths for Nvidia. This is what I would like to say. Potentially, of course, we're gonna watch the price at this area. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. If we break it, well, yeah, then I would, yeah, I would say there is a possibility, guys. Just indicator, but not Elliott wave, to be honest. MACD says, okay, there is a strength here, but you know, the MACD lags. All right, so price action is always the most important thing to read. Yeah, so basically we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Hello. Okay, it's a Chinese name. I cannot see it. But welcome to the live stream, man. All right, so that was for Nvidia. Let's move for a Tesla at 34. All right, so 34 for Tesla. Okay. Let's check for Tesla what's going on. All right, so basically on Tesla, this is what I'm looking for at. Okay. That's the 1 hour chart. Okay. Yeah, you see, I mean, I was expecting still even lower. Yeah, so the blue box. Don't forget that this is only the perfect fib levels for wave 4. Normally 0.23 can be already hit, already passed. Did we took the low? Well, barely we took the low for this correction. Yeah, I'm still looking for lower, guys. I'm still looking for lower. You almost took the low. The 886 has been taken, fib level, and that means you will take this low sooner or later. It's just like yeah, a rebound, small rebound, A, B, and a C, and then moving toward the downside again, hitting the blue box as 3 waves down, 3 waves up, potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal. I would like to see this. Yes. Yeah. So basically, I'm still looking for this target. Definitely, we're gonna take it sooner or later. Yeah. After this, I would like to see, of course, a wave 5. Now, what are the chances? Well, of course, there are chances to move for higher in WX and a Y. And this is a WX and a Y, meaning just a 3-3-3 structure. Okay. And that means, of course, well, actually, let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this is also possible. Yeah. All right. Potentially as well, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah. Why not? I mean, okay. Yeah, it's a very extended wave 1 for this diagonal, but this can be a full ending diagonal. And that means not WX and a Y. It can be even an ABC. Okay. Now, preferably that we took the low. This is a problem. I mean, I don't see the low taken, but we call it truncated, yeah? Truncated flat meaning a signal of strength and signal of reversal. Why? I'm going to explain. A, B, and a C, you finished here a wave A. A, B, C, you finished a wave B. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You barely passed the low. I'm going to show you. Here we go. You see the gap. And when this happens, you finish a good structure with 5 waves. Okay, 5 waves, how it is supposed to be. So the structure is completely nice internally, but the only thing is that you failed to take the low with just few dollars or cents. This is called truncation. And a truncation is a signal of strength and a market reversal. So basically, this is showing right now strength, and we're moving toward the upside as well. I mean, this is very micro, but yeah, you can see an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 internally, wave 2, and then continuation toward the upside. Yeah, we're gonna watch this. I don't want to rush with this, but expect also potentially one more low, or just simply moving toward the upside. Now, confirmation for this would be how we can confirm this toward the upside. Of course, by taking the high But anyway, you're gonna take the high if you are corrective ABC. How you make sure? Okay, this high then. If you take this high, which is, here we go. This is confirmation for higher price. Okay, this is the confirmation. Why? Because once you get to this price, you invalidate any kind of ending diagonal with a bigger wave down, because you reach the wave 2, which is not allowed. So this is your confirmation for higher. If you're still ranging here, you still can get a one more wave inside the blue box. Yeah, so that means, of course, with the signal, I'm 50-50, guys. This will give higher probability, of course, for the bullish. If you are still under it, you still, of course, 50-50 to take this blue box. Okay, so this is what I would like to say. All right, that was for Tesla. Then let's take a look at Amazon at 39. All right, so Amazon, it has been also a while for Amazon. It's nice to come back a little bit for it to see what is going on. Okay, so let me just arrange the things. All right. Okay. Amazon. In a bigger view for all-time history, we are in 1, 2, 1, 2, and wave 3, 4, and a 5. So currently we are looking for a wave 5 to be finished, to finish a wave 3 in the yellow. If we zoom in, you inside your wave 1, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You finished a wave 1. Wave 2 finished, and you're looking at another 1, 2, but I need to check up first. Wave 2, did we touch it? No, we didn't took the 886, which is a good signal, because if you took the 886, that is not, of course, a 1, 2, potentially, or it can be a 1, 2 off diagonal, but we're gonna see. So we did not took the 886, and that means, of course, we're looking right now for a potential recovery again. Here we go on the daily. So basically on the daily, you are looking, okay, it was a blue box anyway for us. Yes, 0.618, 786, meaning 1, 2 here. We're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the upside in the brackets yellow. Here we go. And potentially right now on the 1 hour chart, let's move micros. You're looking as well for a leading diagonal, same as the whole market. The US market is recovering right now, right? So you would like to see, with Amazon, you would like to see the high taken. And I believe with this one, okay, did we took the high? Okay, we barely took the high. Very interesting. Let me take the line here. Look at this high taken. This one. Do you see it? Just barely taken, and that is a confirmation of a wave 3 in diagonal. Very a little bit not aggressive diagonal, but still a diagonal. So we have a 1, 2, 3. You're looking for wave 4 and a 5. Basically, your wave 4 might be short because your wave 3 is very extended. This is what happened normally in diagonal when you get a very short wave 3. So let's put this into a mini white. Yes, there we go. So A, B, and a C, you're looking potentially, it can be a finished wave 4 short, or it can be an A, B, C toward the downside again. Okay. I'm gonna remove this. No need anymore. Basically, this is your wave 4 as diagonal. Here we go. Inside this blue box. Okay, those are the perfect target normally. But when you have again a wave 3 long but failing to take the all-time high like decisively, you might have a shallow wave 4. But I believe that this wave 4 still can be, of course, 3 ways like this, and then moving for wave 5. Yep. So I'm gonna remove the 0.23 right now. I'm still looking for lower, honestly. Yeah. despite this move toward the upside here, which is not impulsive. Why? Because you have 1, 2, 3. If this is wave 3, your wave 4 is not allowed to interfere with the zone 1, meaning this is still corrective, and you might still, of course, look at a wave, at a move towards the downside. All right. If you take the high, let's say if you take the high, you have to directly consider 5, 4 finished directly, like this, very sharp diagonal. Okay, like this, finishing 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. In case we get it, you move for a wave 2, continuation for explosive, and massive wave 3 toward the upside. All right, so yeah, to be watched. I mean, guys, as in a bigger view, conclusion for all the US stock market and what we saw today, the market is still recovering and is still, of course, working on that recovery scenario. We're gonna see a drop down at the end because there is no move up without a dump, right? Or there is no pump without dump. So basically, we want to see a dump for a wave 2 and then to really pump it toward the upside again, of course. And basically, all the stocks are following and waiting for the signal from NASDAQ and SPX, of course. So be careful, trade safe as well. They might be affected with NASDAQ and SPX, whether Nvidia, Tesla, and Amazon. And for the gold, as a signal, the gold is moving down, and this is a good signal that the market is recovering. And of course, investors are shifting back again to the US stock market. And of course, yeah, we're gonna see, of course, the gold, what it's gonna do in the next future. That was it for the live stream. I wish you to have a nice trading day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. And see you